a question still remains. Can they free the Knave of Hearts? Or he'll remain in prison? With the White Rabbit, juries, witnesses, and the Queen of Hearts. This is the Queen of Words game.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Are you all ready? Silence all round, if you please. The Queen of Hearts. She made some drink me all potion, all on a summer day. The Knave of Hearts. He stole those drink me all potion, and took them quite away.
Consider your verdict.
Not yet. Not yet. There's a great deal to come before that. The juries and witnesses had drank the drink me all potion. They could only speak in rhymes. Oh dear. Oh dear.
You all had drank my drink me all potion. How did that happen? In order to reverse the effect, you must play the Queen of Words game in order to speak again. Call the first witness to play the Queen of Words game.
I call upon the first witness. The Hatter.
Let's begin. You must answer my riddles, and your answers are put in the square hearts in front of them. After answering my riddles, you must form sentences using those words in the square hearts to be able to proceed to the next witness.
Answer me this.
What hast thou often seen fall, but never rise?
By thy head, O Queen. The snow which falls upon the plain, as snow doth never rise again.
Answer me this.
In my palace is a lady who is extremely beautiful, who was never born, and who will never die. She has eyes, but sees not, ears, yet hears not, a nose, but smells not, and hands as well shaped and white as thine, yet feels not.
By thy head, O Queen. Thou hast at home against the wall a marble statue in thy hall, that which doth thy house adorn, was ne'er indeed of woman born, she hath no death to fear, and why, what never lived can never die.
Truly, I have no fool to deal with in thee. Answer me this.
Who is she who puts on all her clothes when it is hot, and goes naked when it freezes?
By thy head, O Queen, the apple tree in summer time, when it is hot, is in her prime, a garment green she then doth wear, and many rustling leaflets bear, but when the winter chills the land, then she is naked as my hand, and to thee, Queen, I must confess, such riddles are not hard to guess.
Answer me this.
Who is he that is far beneath thee, yea, and often under thy very feet, yet who pays thee no respect, and heeds thee not, and owns not thy rule?
By thy head, O Queen. 'Neath my feet in mud or clay, mole or earthworm makes his way, little heed he gives, I ween, to any king or any queen, and cares no more our likes to please, than I for riddles light as these.
Sun sets, and not before. Answer me this.
What is it that grows colder the more it burns?
By thy head, O Queen. Take a taper from thy room, out into the frost and gloom, yet while burning, as we know, it must ever colder grow. I grow cooler, on my word, thou growest hot with fear, my lord.
There is a long furrow yet to plow. Answer me this.
What is ever running away and afar, yet which never departs from one place?
By thy head, O Queen. A river runs through rocks and plains, yet ever in its bed remains, even as thy riddles run, while I am here as I begun, as our life doth come and go, so the waters onward flow.
Thou hast well said it. Answer me this.
What is that which sees everything save itself?
By thy life, O Queen. My eyes I never yet did see, yet they behold all things for me, thy mind sees all beneath thy control, yet thou didst never see thy soul, with double riddle thou wouldst cheat, with double answer thou art beat.
Never was woman born who was so crafty as thou. But to a hard nut of wood, a sharp axe. Answer me this.
What tells our secrets, yet never knows them?
By thy life, O Queen. The ink with which we secrets write, nothing knows what we indite, and the pen from which it flows, of it all as little knows.
Answer me this.
What is the bird with an iron bill, which never flies until you pull its tail?
By thy life, O Queen, the arrow hath the sharpest bill, with feathers stripped from many a quill, not to fly doth it avail, until we pull it by the tail. Queen, thy shafts are all in vain, and thy shooting gives thee pain.
My quiver is not as yet empty. Answer me this.
Where is the Red Sea, in which men live, yet never drown?
By thy life, O Queen. Blood is the sea in which we live, which unto us our life doth give, it hath its ebb, it hath its flow, it hath its tide as all men know, but when the motion ceases, death comes unto man and stops his breath, as all thy waves of riddles, friend, bring thee still nearer to thy end.
We're halfway. White Rabbit, you may interrogate.
Yes, Your Majesty. Hatter, take off your hat.
It isn't mine.
Stolen.
I keep them to sell, I've none of my own, I am a hatter.
Give your evidence.
I am a poor man, Your Majesty. And I hadn't begun my tea not above a week or so, and what with the bread and butter getting so thin, and the twinkling of the tea.
The twinkling of what?
It began with the tea.
Of course. Twinkling begins with a T. Do you take me for a dunce? Go on.
I am a poor man, and most things twinkled after that, only the March hare had said something.
I didn't.
You did.
I deny it.
He denies it. Leave out that part.
Hold it. Let's proceed with the game. Answer me this.
What gave death while it was alive, and now gives life now that it is dead?
By thy life, O Queen. While he was alive the horn, by a savage bull was worn, now the horn, though it be dead, filled with ale, or wine, or mead, when we pass it round about, gives life to all who drink thereout.
Answer me this.
Who was the traveler who was pursued by a murderer, and left a forest behind him?
By thy life, O Queen, a bird shot through the air and still, carried an acorn in his bill, after the bird a falcon flew, he let the acorn drop. Unto the ground it fell, and there it grew, so from it others came, and there arose in time a forest fair, thou droppest acorn riddles, Queen, from which in time great woe will spring.
That woe will be to thee. Answer me this.
Who is it that never lives till he is hanged, and who dies when he is cut down?
By thy life, O Queen, the apple on a tree was born, and there he hangs from night to morn, and there he swings from morn to night, all through the summer, in delight, till he is plucked in autumn, when he is devoured by beasts or men, and as he falleth from the tree, thou, Queen, ere long wilt fallen be.
Look to it that thou too dost not swing on a tree and art not thrown to wild beasts to devour.
What is that being which is one, while it flies, and many when it falls, many it kills, and many it serves in many ways, when it becomes one again?
By thy life, O Queen. The cloud which flies before the sun, while it is in the air is one, falling in raindrops to the ground, then it is changed to many, found, and by it many a man is drowned, while many others o'er it row, and drink the water as they go. Thus may this stream of riddles be, my life indeed, and death to thee.
Answer me this.
What are the two colors, which fight the most one with another?
By thy life, O Queen! White is the dead man as he lies, white is the earth when autumn dies, and high or low, or far or near, all things turn white with cold or fear. The fox or ermine in the snow, from winter weather whiter grow, white bones and teeth, since he began, were I the deadest part of man. And sailors say when water dies, as snow, white foam it upwards flies, but when the summer comes again, she clothes with green the wood and plain. Green is the grass and green the trees, and green the corn waves in the breeze, with white the green has ever strife, for life is green and green is life. Thy lips, O Queen, are white, I see, and thou ere long shalt whiter be, for while this game is sport to me, it will at last be death to thee.
Answer me this.
Where are the birds which never flew, the flowers which never took root, men who never moved, women who never loved and never told a secret? Where are all things that ever lived on earth, with all their colors fresh and fair, yet all dead? How callest thou the place wherein all this is found?
By thy life, O Queen, birds in a picture never flew, buds which were painted never blew, men who were drawn by human hand, did never live in any land, maids of their kind no one could move, they never hear a word of love, for these and everything go look, and you may find them in a book, all dead and still you'll see them there, yet with their colors fresh and fair.
Answer me this.
What animals truly make the sweetest sounds?
By thy life, O Queen, from the cat, and sheep, and bear, chords are made which everywhere, stretched upon the minstrel's harp, utter music soft or sharp, which do ofter sweeter sing, than the nightingale in spring, so the squalling cat, in faith, may sing full sweetly after death.
Answer me this.
Who are the 5 brothers who have only one hand among them, yet who do all things so well with it that they need no more?
By thy life, O Queen, fingers are the brothers 5, well they work and hard they strive, in this world are none, I say, who can do such work as they, and yet fall what may befall, there's but one hand among them all.
Answer me this.
What is the name of the bird, which never flies away, nor soars on high till it is tied fast, and which when free no longer roams?
By thy life, O Queen, the kite in air can never gild, until it with a string is tied, and when the bond is broken, then, it falleth unto earth again, for all its wandering is o'er, unless 'tis bound it cannot soar. Even so upon this earth we see, men who ne'er think of liberty, and never rise to thought because, they are not bound by faith or laws. What makes our spirit soar at last, is ever that which holds it fast.
Lady, thou art indeed wise, but though the fox run faster than the man, yet he is caught at last. Answer me this.
Who is the best and bravest knight, the one of most worth, yet with no armor save his shirt, and that thin? And who are the worthless men, well clad and completely covered with the strongest mail?
By thy life, O Queen, sweetest fruit hath cover thin, nothing thicker than its skin, the apple, who doth take the prize, the sun and rain and wind defies, while pine tree seeds, and nuts as well, are deeply cased in hardest shell, yet the time will come aright, when they too must see the light, as thou, O Queen, with all thy strength, wilt come to certain death at length.
You have answered all my riddles. Give your evidence, and don't be nervous or I'll have you executed on the spot.
Well, at any rate, the dormouse said something. After that, I cut some more bread and butter.
But what did the dormouse say?
That I can't remember.
You must remember.
I am a poor man, Your Majesty.
You're a very poor speaker.
Enough. Ready for the next round? You must form sentences using all the words in the square hearts to proceed with the next witness. You have 10 seconds to think of a sentences. Let's start.
On a cloudy rainy day, the water in the river rises. A bird with an acorn flies on an apple tree which grows some apples, while the pine cone grows on the pine tree. Under the apple tree, the mole ate the bloody earthworms, while the white cat with green eyes, bighorn sheep, and snow bear ate the apples. And under the pine tree lie a picture book drawn in ink, and an arrow kite with a taper end tied on the finger of a statue with a musical string instrument.
You have completed using all the words in a sentences. We must proceed to the next witness.
Hatter, if that's all you know about it, you may stand down.
I can't go no lower, I am on the floor, as it is.
Then you may sit down.
I'd rather finish my tea.
You may go.
Just take his head off outside.
Call the next witness.